Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So I just wanted to talk about being alone. Just being alone in this world. Not having a whole lot of friends. Not having a girlfriend or a boyfriend or significant other. Just kind of walking this path of life by yourself. It seems to be kind of looked down upon by certain walks of society. You can be discriminated against in social groups and at jobs and areas where people are just dead set on that being the norm, and I wish it wasn't like that. But I'm here to tell you that it's okay if you're alone. I have lived both sides of the tracks, and I've spent periods of my life where I've been surrounded by lots of friends, been in serious relationships, and I've also spent times without a lot of friends and no relationships. And I have no kids. There's nothing wrong with that. I really believe that our main goal in life, our main duty in life, I should say, as men, is to spend every single day on your daily discipline, on a mind, body, and soul lifestyle with this goal, purpose of bettering yourself, to become the best version of you that you can possibly be. That's your life's goal. You should be better this year than you were last year. There is no plateau, there is no stasis, there is no, this is just how I am. I don't believe that people should go around looking for others to accept them. That's how we make friends, right? We find a group of people that accepts us for who we are, with all our flaws and all our glory, and just the total package of all the bullshit and the few good things, and that's just who you are. You may have anger issues, you may have depression, you may be horribly insecure, you may be incredibly out of shape, fat, big pot belly, terrible teeth. You know, you may just be that kind of person, and you may have a couple good qualities too. You may be really nice. You know, you may help people out when they need a ride, that kind of thing. And you're just looking for others to accept that total package of who you are. You may drink too much. You may smoke too much weed or do drugs. You may have certain flaws that you're not paying attention to. And you're just looking for people to accept you for that. I don't think that that's a healthy way to go through life, because there's no growth in that. That's, to me, is complete and utter weakness. That's not warriorship. That's weakness. As you develop yourself more, which you should be doing every day, you'll notice progress over a year or 2 years or 4 years. You develop standards, you develop character, you develop a sense of morals, you develop virtue. All these positive aspects of yourself are being developed. You're spending time at the gym. You're focused on your diet. You're trying your best to be healthy so you don't have to be in the doctor's office all the time. Be some 50-year-old who looks like they're 75. My dad was 46 when he got murdered. I can show you pictures of him. I'm 49 right now, so I'm older than my father. I can show you pictures right now if I knew how to do any kind of photo editing. I don't. Notice all my videos are just one take. I don't know how to edit shit. But I could show you photos, if we were hanging out, of this little old man. Looks like he's in his 70s. That's what a 46-year-old looks like when he doesn't take care of himself, when he lives a terrible life, when he just lets life happen to him. When he goes around just searching for other little weaklings to just accept him for who he is instead of people that push you. A true friend will encourage you to become better. And you want to ask yourself about your circle. The people that you hang out with, the people that are in your family, the people that you spend your time with. that you call your friends, ask yourself, are they pushing me? Or are they just these flawed individuals that are also just looking for somebody else that's like them so we can vibe together? This is why, and I talk from experience, and I hung out with a bunch of little weak, go nowhere, do nothings, and I was that way too. And the second I decided, I made a conscious choice, because I say this in every one of my videos, life is about choice. And I made a conscious choice one day I'm going to get my shit together. I'm going to stop drinking. I'm going to stop doing hard drugs and any kind of chemical in my body. I'm going to watch what I eat. I'm not going to spend all my time at McDonald's. I'm going to go to the grocery store. I'm going to learn how to cook. I had to teach myself how to cook. I'm going to engage in a lifestyle of learning and spiritual practice and personal growth. And I'm going to get out of this frozen ice that I'm in. I'm going to move. I'm going to leave the hood. I'm going to move to a different side of town. I'm going to get a better job. I'm going to start doing everything that's possible. Anything you can think of. Go buy new clothes. Go buy new shoes. Go buy a new bed. I'm going to change every aspect of my life so I can be a better person. And what do these go nowhere, do nothings? These sorry ass weaklings who just sit around looking for others that can be just as weak as they are, accept me for who I am. That's the type of person. They will never push you. A person who just wants you to accept them for who they are will never push you to be any greater. In fact, they'll hold you back. And this is what happened to me. And these people got so turned off by me, I could tell. I'm sensitive to that kind of stuff. I know when people are not with me anymore. I know when people are talking shit. But it didn't have to be that nuanced. I wondered one time, because I was still kind of a foot in the, hanging out with dirtballs and a foot in the other world, like living on the fence, so to speak, and trying to meet positive, forward-minded people that are productive, that are healthy, So I was, having a hard time letting go of the past. And they did it for me. I guess it was a good thing that happened, but I noticed I wasn't invited to a party one time, and I asked a couple buddies of mine that were hanging out, my old friends, go nowhere, do nothings. Why didn't I get invited? You guys went to a party last weekend, no one called me. And the one guy turns to me and says, well, you're dead to us now. And I knew what he was talking about. He didn't need to say anything more, because I was no longer one of them. I was no longer a drunk. A lot of times when you hang out with people that drink and you're a drinker, heavy drinker, the only thing you really have to bond on is that experience of getting drunk. That's it. You're not really bonding on who you are or where you're going or the discipline and the daily motivation that you have, the work that you're doing every day, your creative hobbies. A lot of that isn't really being discussed. It's not really there. It's just the booze. And when you get rid of that booze, you'll find out who your true friends are. Just like when you start working on yourself in other areas, you'll find out who your true friends are. If you're worried about attracting women, and you're a single guy out there, and you're desperately lonely, there's a lot of that going around. A desperately lonely motherfucker never finds a good woman. They only find other desperately lonely people. They only find other weak people, stray cats, that kind of thing. Look, a stray animal that comes begging. You guys are both in that same realm. You're gonna beg from each other. Energy suckers, vampires, suck energy off each other. Think that coming together you're gonna make one whole person. You won't. You need to be able to work on yourself every single day and make yourself a better person, a stronger person, mind, body, and soul, inside and out. This is the most important thing. And when you can do that, you raise your standards. When you can do that, you become a more high-valued person, where others want to be around high-valued people. They want to be around people with character, people with power. A high-valued person has a sense of power because they have confidence. They have a sense of self-worth and self-love. So it's okay to be alone. And people will discriminate against you. You will hear people make fun of you if you don't have a girlfriend or a wife or a significant other of some kind. You will have people think that, well, what's wrong with this guy? He doesn't have a group of 15 or 20 friends that he hangs out with every day. Where's your crew? You don't need a crew. A warrior doesn't need anybody because a warrior is strong. A warrior helps. That's kind of the definition of what a warrior is. Someone who's able to help. And the only people that can help others are strong individuals. And it can be, I'm not going to say lonely, because lonely is a weakness and a weak state of mind. It can be a solitary life sometimes. Sometimes you will be surrounded by lots of people, and sometimes you won't. And whether you are or whether you aren't invited to things or involved in groups won't matter a single bit, because you have a purpose of direction. You have a sense of self-confidence and self-worth, a sense of self-love. And you work on that. You cultivate that every single day like a plant. You're watering that plant every single day. It's all just food for thought. Don't worry about being alone.